Hey, this is Fred Rombanis from the Bassmaster Tour with Akuma Fishing Tackle. You're watching Western Bass TV.
Hi, folks. This is Don Iovino, and you're watching Western Bass TV.
Welcome to WesternBass.tv. Today, we'll be going to the Mother Lode and Salt Springs Reservoir with guide John Chiarpotti and his team partner, Joe Bruce.
Okay, we're out here on Salt Springs Reservoir. It's the middle of August. We're out here in the afternoon. It's about a 1,300 acre lake with a lot of structure. Today we're planning on throwing some topwater baits, some revenge buzz baits, some Zara spooks, some frogs, and we're also going to try a little bit of cranking, and then we're going to go to some Texas rig worm fishing on weed lines and some Senko fishing. It's usually a great lake for catching numbers of fish in the 2 to 5 pound range. Not a lot of giant fish, but a lot of healthy fish. And I guide here sometimes. I'm John Chiarpotti from Bass 1A Guide Service. I want to introduce you to my team partner, one of the best fishermen I've ever seen, Joe Bruce. A lot of people I know has heard of him.
Yep. I'm pretty much just here for the ride today. John's a heck of a stick on this lake, and it's not my type of water, but every time I come here with him, I seem to catch fish. So we'll give it a go today.
We're starting out here just off the boat ramp, and we're going to start working some weeds here. One of the prevalent structures on this lake are fence lines. You can see one over here to the right. And these fences provide shade. They get a lot of weeds and moss hanging on them, and the bass use them as structure to hide and ambush mostly bluegill in here, crappie, red ear, and they eat a lot of crawdads. That's the basic food chain in this lake. There's no shad here. So it's kind of power fishing, which is fun, because up here in the Mother Lode, we do a lot of drop shot, and this time of year we're fishing for a lot of suspended fish because of the hot weather. So we get a chance to do something different like the guys in the Delta do, and it's a lot of fun to come to this lake. One thing, it costs $15 to get in this lake, but you use no gas here, and everybody knows with the gas prices, that's a big bonus. So we haven't even started the big motor, and we're going to start fishing here.
Yeah, I don't put my boat in the water for under 40 bucks in gas. So it's definitely a savings coming here.
I'm going to try some topwater off these first weed beds and see if we can get some action. We got a fence line running right through the middle of this patch of grass, and there should be some fish in here. On this lake, these fish, being a shallow lake, they kind of feed at certain times. I really can't call these times, but you can go a while without getting bit, and all of a sudden the action just busts wide open, and it's a lot of fish, you know. But you just gotta, you know, suffer through the times they're not biting. It reminds me a lot of Clear Lake, where you could be fishing maybe a dock and you're not getting nothing. You finally get a fish, and you see all the boats around you getting fish, and these fish will turn on like that. If you see them feeding, you see a fish out here bust, they're so aggressive that you get within 10 feet of them with a bait, you're usually going to catch them. These fish are pretty aggressive here, and that's what makes it fun. You get a lot of good blow-ups and all that good power stuff here. Well, we're not getting very much action out here on these outside weeds, and I think we're going to try the frog right up on the bank. Sometimes these fish here will get right up in those pencil weeds and looking for bluegill and frogs up in there, so it's worth a shot here for a minute. We don't want to miss the boat there. They do the same thing at Tulloch, and them frogfish, they'll be right on the bank.
Sometimes the best way to say something.
Being that me and Joe are a team, I'm going to let Joe have that bank, and I'm going to work this outer stuff that we're pulling up on here, and we'll cover both sections. I know there's fish in this grass. We just got to get them to bite. Pretty amazing. We got all those bites before you got in the boat. Is it you, Tony? Frogfish. Well, that's one.
Yeah,
About a 2-pounder.
a little over 2.
But look at the belly on these fish here. They're like a Delta Clear Lake fish. Dark green. Tell that's a northern strain. They don't have any markings.
Good color.
Nice and healthy. Snag-proof wild bullfrog. I think I hooked that one. Let's see if we can get some more here. Let's get Joe on the board. I usually don't have to worry about getting Joe on the board because, you know, it's true what most people think. I don't usually catch any wee fish tournaments. Joe catches all of them. They don't call him Big Fish Joe. But I'll tell you what, I'm a lucky guy, man. 'Cause I'll tell you, we fish good together. We work as a team all the time, and I wouldn't trade my partner for anybody. I mean anybody.
Yeah. I fish with a lot of different people, and John probably suits my style better than anybody else. We both fish kind of similar stuff and seem to get along good. You know, I've had good partners that I fish well with, but nobody would like John, that we just seem to click together.
Yeah, you got to make it fun, you know. I'm a little older than Joe and have been doing this a little longer, so we first got to fish together. Joe'd get pretty worked up sometimes if we were taking it in the shorts, but knowing just him calming down has made him even doubly the good fisherman he was, and he's in tune, man. I mean, he don't miss a bite. And look at this here. Look at the fry. Look at that. Well, there must have been 1,000 fish right there. That's why these bass are in these weeds, because that's where the dinner table is. Joe on the spook. Nice fish, Joe. Nice fish. Let me net that so you don't get a bunch of hooks in you. Nice fatty. Salt Springs spook fish.
Oh yeah. Good 2 1/4 or so.
Good partners are fast with the net for their boat.
It's just the most dangerous thing here. Even worse when they're about a pound though.
Got them there, bud?
Yep. Nice one. What kind of depth you got here?
We're sitting out at about 10 feet. It's the deep edge of these weeds. It's a bass highway.
Isn't there a rock pile somewhere right out in this area? Remember, I think it was John Martin that got
One not right here, there's one on that side. Windy. Got bit and he let go of it. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Little guy.
Swing and a miss.
That was just a.
That's what mine did too.
Sorry, Joe. Kind of bizarre. Where'd all these little ones come from, man? They weren't here when I was here. Did you catch any of those last time?
What?
Little fish?
No.
Where did these fish
I
come
don't know. That's a little one.
from? Got his brother. Look
got
at these
there's a
fish.
double.
Woo!
Oh,
Well, the future's bright for this lake. Look how fat these little things are.
yeah, healthy
It's
looking.
been 3 years since I caught a dink here. Now they're everywhere.
Double. Oh boy.
I haven't even gotten bit by one of those things in so long. I broke that one off. Yeah, that was a better one. Got string.
Your line back?
Got my line back. Would you take the...
One anyways.
There we go.
See if he's got your hook in him still.
That's a nice Salt Springs fish.
That's a Florida.
Down here, bad boy. That fish close to 3 pounds right there. Good job,
Yeah,
Joe.
Thank you. The old MM3 split shotted.
Let's get this thing back in the water here. Get
That was
some
right
more.
out of that hole where you got bit too. That might have been the same fish.
This area where I get a lot of big fish. Okay, Tony, we got fish. There'll be more. Tony, if you film me catching one more of these things. But I'm amazed at how stout that fish is. These are kind of little ones that grow up to be 10 pounders. I mean, look at the belly on those
Short
things.
and big, yeah. Yep.
I mean, those are beautiful little fish. They don't look like they're starving.
Like you said, it's good to see them in here too. Didn't see those fish in here 2 years ago.
How does a fish that's 3 inches long swallow a 7-inch worm? I'd say something to that, but I know this is a clean show that you put on, Tony.
Same way you get 2.5 pounders on 8-inch swim bait.
Yeah. That might be 5 inches. Man.
Stout little fish though.
Joe doesn't call me the Dink King for nothing, and he does call me that. I'll find any dink in any lake.
The Dink Master.
I just went through that roll of catching all those 9 and 10 pounders, and then it's gone to this, man. You know, those fish
There.
aren't, or was he?
Little one right up there. He was little.
These fish aren't letting go of these things, though, are they?
I've had a few bites that they didn't get it.
Oh, we'll catch some more good ones. Come on, Joe. Must be little.
You usually catch those fish in this lake. You see any kind of bust or boil or anything, throw right at it. You'll usually get them.
Try the Cinco. You see these grebes out here? Even they eat bass in here. There's no shed. I watch them catch and fry all the time. You can see their nest right here on top of the weeds. The grebes made the little mounds out here.
Grebes, that's those little birds.
Yeah, like Dave Greavy out there. Sorry, Dave. What was that?
It's a fish right there.
Things are starting to happen here. No carp in this lake, Tony. So when you see a fish jump here, it's a bass.
It's definitely a bass.
They don't let anybody bring minnows in here. So they've kept the golden buglemouth bass out of this lake.
We're definitely starting to see some action though. Fish busting.
Where did you see those fish, Joe?
That cove.
That little pocket right there?
Yeah, they were right in the middle of the channel. The water was crystal clear.
You're right about that Cinco. I couldn't get that thing to go down.
Yeah, get the water moving, it just keeps it up. Don't take much wind at all. Yep.
Well, when I was a kid, a 65 horse motor was a big motor. And now you're getting people that getting their first boat with a 250 on it. And I don't think they know how dangerous that is.
I went from that 115 to the 200 and almost crashed the thing into Randy Pearson. First time I really drove it, got on it hard.
You ever see Joe's first boat?
Tony fished out of it.
Oh, he did, his Ranger?
Yeah,
You know,
did.
he caught that boat Carolina rigging at Don Pedro. He reeled that thing in.
That boat was
At least
upside
that's
down on
the
the
story
freeway.
that's going, you know.
That was a free boat. Couldn't beat it.
Out of this weed flat. That's a nice fish. Solid.
Yeah, decent one. Pretty chunky, short and fat. Gotta be almost 2, 1 3/4, 2 pounder. He's got some weight for him for this size.
These fish are healthy in here, man. I think they're kind of spread out today, huh?
Yeah, they're really spread.
There's one. Another big one. Yep, Dink Masters strikes again. Okay, Joe, get a keeper.
Okay, here we go.
This is team fishing at its ultimate. The first guy gets the little ones out of the way, and then you let your partner get all the big ones. We do this all the time.
Not
Well, I
always in
always
this
had-
order, though. Sometimes it's me getting the little ones. I couldn't get them there, but you know how that is.
Not his favorite thing.
No,
We could miss the boat not throwing crankbaits here today. Actually, the big rocks are right over there on the left.
little one biting it.
Where did all these little fish come from, man?
Well, they've been buying them to plant in here, haven't they?
I think they planted them, man. Who made all these frickin' waves?
Darn wakeboard boats.
Skiers, kill them all.
That guy they call the Dink Master.
The Dink Master's boat did it. Starting to calm down. That's grass. Don't be calling me Dink Master.
There's a dink. Boy, that ain't even a dink. What do you call one that's not even 6 inches?
Small?
Chiarpotti special.
Johnny C. Wall Mounter. That's the funny thing, is it's not, they're all over the place, you know? I think we should put a rattle trap or something, man. Well, we're getting near the twilight here. Still working on trying to get these topwater fish going. But I'd like to tell people they ought to come up and fish this lake. There's a lot of water, as you can see, all kinds of structure and everything, and it seems we've caught a lot of little fish today. I like I said earlier, we haven't caught little dinks here in 3 years, so it looks like this lake's getting a really healthy population of fish. And like I say, for a place to take your kids or come up, there's a lot of structure and you can have a lot of fun up here. So we're going to keep at it. Still trying to get a big one, but they're in here. It's real close from the Bay Area.
I like what you said about the little ones. 2 years ago, you couldn't get a little one here. And now they're starting to show up again, so that's definitely a good sign. There's something in here for them to eat, and 10 years down the road, there'll still be some bass around.
Last time there was a lot of little fish, it was about 2 years after that. This lake was nothing to come out here and catch 15 to 20 pounds, and I think it'll just get right back to that. It took a lot of water back in this lake, and it rained. It's done the same thing to Maloney's and Pedro, and lakes in the Mother Lode got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, I've never seen so many bluegill and little bass and Pedro and Maloney's in the years I've been fishing. They just haven't been there. This year, everything's boomed. Even the shad is fat this year.
Are we on Bart? I thought I heard that Bart train pulled into a station here. Are you cranking, my friend?
Yep.
When me and Joe crank, we're at a point of desperacy. Yeah, Clear Lake in the Delta's a fun place.
I like throwing them a clear. Fish there. Deep divers though. Yeah, big old fat free shad. Get some good largemouth in the winter.
Yeah, now you're talking about
Yeah.
A lot of fish on our last cast.
Many. Many times we got to check on that last cast.
Because we're lucky. And it's better to be lucky than good. There he is. Live crawdad. Yabby crawdad. Look at him down there.
Well, it's the middle of summer. There should be some deep. And that ain't really that deep.
No, it's ever with a yabby. That's a good fish too. He's smoking me, man. There we go. If you think yabbies don't work, check out that boy. And you saw it on westernbasstv.com. Swallowed that thing.
You swallow it? Oh yeah.
That's all we needed was one more trick. That's a quality Salt Springs fish.
That'll work.
It's amazing. If anybody was wondering if me and Joe are lucky, you just witnessed it. So another good thing in this lake, when you pay to come in here, that 15 bucks is for overnight. So they have nice campsites here. They provide you with a barbecue. You have a nice barbecue. They have showers, and nobody gets ripped off here either. I've left my boat on this dock right up here all day long with my gear sitting in it and had no problems at all. Just, you know, the owners, they're watching out for you, and they take care of everybody who comes here. You know, they have some boat races here. You don't want to really fish then. The place gets full of people, but that's only twice a year and helps them make some money, and that pays for a lot of the stuff that they have for fishermen. They plant Floridas in here every year. They just got done planting a fish called a Florida strain bluegill that's supposed to spawn twice a year to feed these fish. So everything looks good here, and it's, like I say, it's a fun place to come. For us up in Sonora, it's about an hour to come down here, and it's about this less from Stockton, so it's actually closer to the valley. And every bit of this lake is fishable. There's no speed limit for your boat, so you can come run around if you want to just rip around and enjoy the place. But if you want to fish in some weeds and some rock piles, it's a fun place. I'd be getting a bite here right now. Yeah, that was a little one. No, oh, they come off. Well, we're still getting some bites here. Just want to invite everybody to the watches this. I have my Bass and 1/8 guide service. Most of the time is spent on New Maloney's and Dom Pedro. We're out chasing big fish most of the year, and summertime and fall we're drop shotting, but they're awesome lakes, everybody knows, and catch a lot of big fish. And June I had a 9 and 2 10s in a period of 13 days. So you can come up and catch some big fish with me, and I welcome everybody up. It's a lot of fun up here, and it's a good place to take the family up in the area. There's a lot of places, nice hotels and nice campgrounds, rent houseboats, and the Mother Lode has a lot of attractions and tourist stuff. Columbia State Park, Yosemite. I love living up here. I'm from the Bay Area, and I'm not going back because it's too nice up here. Now if I can get Joe to catch another fish right now, I'll feel even better.
Yeah, I had a little one beating on it there, but he wasn't taking it. It looks like a keeper.
Fat little 14-inch fish. I'm kind of getting sold on these baits here. Another nice Salt Springs fish. See? Now the way to keep the claw from getting on the hook that time was have it fall completely off. I think I'll fish this and pretend it's a defenseless crawdad. Another thing to remember too, when all you people are suffering from the fog, up in the Mother Lode, it's beautiful. It'll be 70 degrees in November, December, and the fishing is just outstanding. And it's a good time to get away from the cold and come up there and enjoy it.
And I think we're about 800-foot elevation here. And I live just up the road in Copper, so I'm kind of familiar with the area. Definitely what he's saying is true. When it's fogged in down in the valley in the Bay Area, we're right above that fog line and still got the nice heat and sun. It's a lot nicer than running down the hill there to the Delta or something.
Got a Christmas tree here. I didn't even know they had any over here in this part of the lake. You ever seen any over here?
No. Nope.
Might be onto something here with these things, Joe. What do you think?
It's two good fish on it.